The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys!
This is the Players Lounge, broadcasting live from Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star. Now, your hosts, Barry Church, Danny McCray, Heckma Harrison, and Newey Scruggs.
Players Lounge, Monday, let's ride.
No. We throw that. You got to come on, dog. You got to throw that out.
Yeah, that's out of here.
That's out of here.
You see what the D lineman looked at him.
He got to go, man.
Get your, you know what, in order. Man, hey, Danger Russ, man.
Hey. Russ.
He's struggling.
Your guy.
He's struggling.
Russ, I had to cut Russ off my fantasy team. I couldn't even
No.
get as a back. I had to get Russ out.
No.
He on the waiver wires right now.
I cut Russ like 4 weeks ago, like a month ago. I was like, hey, I am not doing this.
Man.
But it's hilarious. For me, it's actually hilarious getting Chris Beam. You were up there too, producer Chris Beam. But we were up there in August when the Cowboys in Denver working out. Bro, them Broncos were talking cash stuff, okay? Ooh. Cash stuff. And every time I watch it, give me like, these aren't the same guys that was talking all that jazz like they were back in August. It's a trip, man. It is a trip to see how bad they're going to fire that coach.
Oh, yeah.
They got to fire
Hackett
that coach.
He going to catch the stray,
They
man.
got to fire the coach up there. So, but Russell Wilson's in dire straits. It cost him $102 million, by the way, on a cap hit for next year.
Oh, well, how much?
$102 million. He will be the quarterback. He'll be on the team.
You hate to see it.
Hate to see it. Meanwhile, I don't ever want to hear anybody talk about it. Dak Prescott worth $40 million. Is Russell Wilson worth his money? Just go over there. No. You go right over there.
And he got weapons, too.
Oh,
Big time.
He just ain't doing it.
Lot of weapons here. Cowboys, what a great, glorious 10 days that they got to have. And we talked about it here on the Players Lounge. Heckma Harrison, Barry Church, I'm Newey Scruggs, of what winning that game would be. So Barry, what is it like when you get the dub like that and you've got this time off?
It's an amazing feeling. Like you said, you had 10 days off now. You get to relax. You went home. Those cousins that was going to give you problems if y'all lost the game, they not saying much. They want to just get on the Xbox and play with you. Everybody's hyping you up, and especially if you was part of that defense. If you was part of that defense making plays out there, your weekend was amazing. Get to kick back, relax, watch some Sunday football, watch some Saturday football. The team went out there and dominated, so I know this break for them was amazing. Now it's time to get back on the grind and get back to work, but that was a heck of a break for them.
Ain't it funny when we get our dubs, it get real quiet around town. Okay? It get tough. Okay? All your favorite critics, all your favorite haters, they get a little quieter. And, New York Giants give them their props, give them their credit, even from the Vikings on down. This 2-game winning streak that we own. And if you look over the next 3 games, dog, you got a chance to make way. I'm not going to count nobody out because any given Sunday and you'll go into your claw for that inch. I love it when you do that. It'll make an appearance sometime this week. I know it's coming.
I'm sure it will.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. But the thing about it is, Newey, the haters shut up. They look, no. They have shut since the Green Bay Packers debacle in Lambeau. It's been a lot of Hushmouth, and Hushmouth done showed up with a Dob hat and a black and mild in his mouth.
The black and me.
Yeah.
but
and it's a lot of quiet folk when Hushmouth show up, dog.
But you know where they are. You know what they are. Lurking in the background waiting.
Oh, they in the weeds waiting, just. They waiting.
Yeah.
They waiting.
Oh, yeah. It'll always be there. It'll always be there. But, the Stephen A's of the world, they just sitting there waiting. They're just waiting.
He a fan.
They're just waiting. But this is it was a needed win, and we were all on point here. So, heck, you had it as a 35-10 game. BC, you had it as a 27-17. I had it as 31-13. They got the garbage touchdown at the end.
Yes, it did.
That make it look closer than it was. But the competitive football phase there, we saw that once the Cowboys got it figured out, it was no contest at all here. So this is a major win. You swept a team in the division. You own the tiebreaker. So you handled your bit. You put them where they were supposed to be put. Like, we're better than you.
Get over there.
Get over here. Here's where you go. So now it's Sunday Night Football coming up at Jerry World against the Indianapolis Colts.
Fighting Saturdays.
I'm assuming Matt Ryan will be back there, and if Matt Ryan is back there, that's a good thing. Matty Ice is washed. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Matty Ice is washed, and the defensive coordinator knows everything that Matty Ice loves to do and not loves to do. So it's about stopping the run. Stop the run.
They got a beast back there now.
Their O-line's not that good, but
This is true.
stop the run, and you know what? Get to 9 wins. That's how I'm just looking. Just check the next box. Got this. It's Colts. It's at home. You play well. Their Sunday Night Football record is a good record here. Handle your business. Get to 9 wins. Just keep on, as to quote Jason Garrett, stack wins.
You got to do it. You got to stack win on top of win. You know, you was talking about it earlier last week, Heck, about we got to verify that Vikings win. We got to verify that one. And they did. They went out there and they handled their business. And to me, I just keep looking at that front seven, man. That defensive front seven for the Cowboys, led by your boy, the bazooka, the big briefcase. When they go out there, man, that unit is special. Like, I thought we had a special unit in Jacksonville, Saxonville. I thought we had a special unit. But this one here with the Cowboys, it's something different because they throw wave after wave after wave of pass rush at you. And there's not that much drop-off when you talk about production from, D-Law and Parsons all the way down to, Armstrong and Dante Fowler. There's not much drop-off out there from those guys. So the way they're able to flow and get after quarterbacks is outstanding. And once you get below a certain point, once you're trailing them, 10 points, 14 points, it's pretty much a wrap. It's pretty much a wrap out there, man. But kudos to this defense. Kudos to the offense. They did a heck of a job as well. But, man, this right now, I can't really see, an NFC team, regardless of the NFC East. I'm talking about NFC as a total that can match up with these boys right now, man. It's early. It's early.
I'm ready to jump out the cake.
Go ahead, Heck. I'm like, I don't know. I can't find one.
The 49ers defense is right there. And I'm telling you, the 49ers as a team, right, they're peaking at the right time. And that's one of the things that I start to worry about, BC, is are you peaking too quickly? And we want to save some of this going down the stretch because we need to be strong. And we're going to be tested. The Tennessee Titans are going to test us.
Run that thing.
There's some teams in the AFC right now that even with the Commanders, if you're watching Commanders football, it's peaking at the right time. They're putting some things together. Even Tampa Bay with the loss, you could tell that there are some things about their team that they're going to talk these things through. They're going to make the adjustments, and they're going to be because their division is just so bad.
It's so trash.
Right? Let's keep it real.
And don't mess around and get a home playoff game.
And it might be us going out to Tampa the way it looks right now. But when you talk about our defense, and that's why I started weeks ago comparing Saxonville to this defense because of the personnel. The one thing that y'all had was the big boy up front, Calais Campbell, which was an immovable object, period, in life. Wherever he is, he heavy. All right, but our defense, as you talk about them coming in waves, to me, it's the key pieces along with Micah Parsons, Damone Clark being one that I don't know if you're starting to notice this, and you were calling for him as a linebacker in his play against the run. You're starting to see now Dan Quinn can use Micah just at defensive end. You don't have to move that piece around anymore because how reliable he's starting to look as a young linebacker. So, man, I'm so excited about this defense. I'm excited about the potential of where they can be in the playoffs. But they still have some things that you don't want to see a letdown these next couple of weeks. I don't want to have one of those games where you come away like, man, we had a 14-point lead and we lit. Take care of your business, and it's time to do it right now.
Indianapolis, Houston, Jacksonville. These are the games that are coming up here. They're going to be favored in all these games.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
In all these games. And so it's truly just handling your business here. Speaking of Calais Campbell, I met him once at a Subway in San Francisco, and it was Super Bowl week. First off, nicest guy in the world.
Yeah, good dude, man.
Nicest guy. I mean, just like when you meet his uncle, man, Joe Green, nicest guy in the world. You see him on TV out there punishing, nicest guy in the world. I couldn't believe the hands on that man.
That's a big dude.
I mean, he doesn't have hands. This man has paws.
That's a big man.
This man has paws. I mean, he made that little Subway sandwich look like a little snack,
a little hot dog,
little mini. Nicest guy. And I'm just thinking to myself, I'd hate to block this. How do you do? You got to look at if you're the center, you look at the guard and I need help, right?
Yeah. You better not go nowhere.
Combo in this, right? I mean, literally. How Arizona let him go, how he ended up in the second round, my mind boggled. Smart guy, nice guy, coming out of the U. I don't know how this man ended up in the second round because he's had a heck of a career. But heck, you brought that. It just made me think about that time. First time you keep looking up like, this is a big dude.
Yeah.
That's a massive man.
It's a huge person, man. But the defense for our defense right now, in comparison, I drew the comparison based off of how you guys got after the quarterback and made life a living hell on the back end with you, Ramsey. That was a secondary again that benefited from having a damn good front in front of them. And we can see right now with the way that Diggs is living, Brown is living, that they're benefiting wholeheartedly from the way that this front seven is playing.
Warren Sapp used to say it, the back don't work without the front.
Right.
Russian cover. That's what they call it. Russian cover.
Donnie Shell is in the Hall of Fame because you know what he had the steel curtain in front of him. I mean, you get that. You mentioned a guy who I've got to keep ranting about this, and it's pettiness on my part. Dorrance Armstrong.
Who's the comparison?
All the people, Randy Gregory, we got to sign Randy. Randy left. They've screwed up. They don't care. Dorrance Armstrong, because they said we're gonna take this money. We're gonna go here with Armstrong, Dante Fowler. We're gonna draft Sam Williams. We're going to address this with 3 football players. Armstrong has 8 sacks.
Yeah, I gave you credit too on the pregame. Like my boy Newey Scruggs been saying it from the beginning. Man.
Fowler's got 5 sacks.
Yeah.
Randy's got 2. And I think he's only played 4 games.
Yeah, he's been out.
So that $72 million they were about to commit. Think of the savings that the Cowboys have had because Randy Gregory decided he didn't want their money. They tried to sign Dalton Schultz to a multi-year contract. He decided he didn't want to do it, so he's playing on the 1-year deal.
Good luck next year.
Yeah. I mean, you see Ferguson out here hurdling people. I don't know. That dude from the Giants, is his chest okay? Really.
That's out here tackling like this. What you doing, baby?
This poor dude got to fly home on Thanksgiving with a hole in his chest, on the flight home like that.
Got to be more careful.
So Jake Ferguson, then you got Peyton Hendershot.
McEwen,
Right, so the Cowboys have benefited by some guys saying, we don't want that money. Said, if Randy and Dalton take those deals, you don't have Fowler. You don't have Armstrong here. Yeah. You may not have JK back there because this is where that money was spent.
If I'm Dorrance, I take at least 2 of my sacks and give them to Micah. All right.
Hell no.
Hold on, wait a minute. Let me tell you, it's not gonna happen. But let me say it to you like this: we saw the Minnesota Vikings come out and not get tight inside to Micah, not ship Micah. And I called it arrogance, all right? But Mike will never see that again. He will never see that again. So every team that he plays against, they're not going to be negligent of where number 11 is. They're going to chip him, shift to that side, okay? But Dorrance Armstrong and a lot of these guys are benefiting from having to win a one-on-one matchup because offenses are having to say, we're not going to let 11 beat us by ourselves. And if you can't beat your one-on-one with this scheme,
look, Barry, you play with a guy who I absolutely love him, but when Anthony Spencer was on the other side of where, I used to call him Almost Anthony. Because he was almost there. Almost got it. Just brushed him on the end.
Just right there, right there.
Always right there. And he would just say, like, man, if you're playing on the other side of where, man,
you gotta get it.
You gotta get it. And that's the thing when I look at Armstrong and you look at, okay, you got Parsons, man, go get it. That's what you want to do. And if you're able to play, and I go back to your uncle one more time, all them dudes who got to play next to Joe Green, who got to eat.
He was eating.
Several dudes. Joe Green was so good. Dudes got to eat and get jackets. Got gold jackets.
Thank you, Mean Joe.
Right. Thanks, Joe. There's certain people you can't leave alone. You leave Mike alone. You go like Kirk. You go like Kirk Cousins, man. I mean, that would. If I'm Kirk Cousins, I'm on the sideline. No, I'm on the side. I'm cussing somebody. Hey,
you got to.
Why? You ain't. First off, the left tackle that left tackle wasn't equipped to guard him. Why are you trying to get me killed? First, I mean, right? We're in the first series. You trying to get me killed? What are we doing?
It makes mistakes.
I'm telling you, man. Some of these offensive coaches that want to, we need to get 5 guys in a route. You better put 3 out here and block, and then Kirk's got a shot. And you tell one of the 3, hey, somebody get open. But you send 5 out there, man, and you leaving these linemen 1-on-1 with Parsons. I mean, that's
arrogance.
Dude, it's stupid. It's stupid.
It makes no sense.
None.
At least chip the guy. Like you see Tampa Bay what they was doing. Let me chip this guy. Let me get after this.
Oh, yeah.
Man, you can't just leave that man one-on-one.
It's the Jazz saying to Brian Russell, hey, go ahead. You got Jordan. No. Where's the help? I look around. Hey, man, where's the help? Where's the help?
Team.
Right.
This man.
Got
Who's
that man on the
coming
Gatorade commercial now. Want to be like Mike.
I mean, literally.
But it is what it is.
I'm in the huddle. Hey, coach, who's the help? You're not but put me on old posters and on TV.
No.
Somebody better
ain't
run
got
over.
me like that.
Right, somebody run over. Hey, what are you doing? I don't get it, man. It's the amazing thought process of some of these offensive guys now that just want to put all these people in patterns and just. If you've got Micah Parsons over there, unless you have an elite left tackle, and even if you do, you're risking the play.
Yeah.
You're just risking. And it's not like, well, we're just going to roll you out. I mean, he going to catch you.
Kirk tried to run from him. Kirk
Here come the lion. Sure. I mean, just, right. It doesn't make sense. And if I'm watching this, I'm trying to understand, how do they not see it as offensive gurus making millions of dollars that – if you leave 11 alone, it's going to be a problem.
And it's not like it's a 3-step, we're going to leave them alone. We're going to get the ball out quick. They back there, 5-step drop. Let me see what's going on. Going through progressions. Just, he might be open. He might.
Feeling you run the post route.
You ain't got time for that. That man is coming.
Jefferson run the 9. These guys aren't even getting to a break in there. Crack.
And that's why I didn't want to go off of that film. I mean, that's the sole reason, because I'm like, there's no way in hell they, prepared for the Cowboys, and that was the scheme that they came with. But I really love the way that this team shut down the run. We knew that all they had was Saquon. I mean, keep it real.
Yeah,
you knew that's all they had, and they did a good job. Other than those last few minutes of in garbage time that they gave up those long runs for the Giants, but. This is the one piece of the defense that I got to see them get corrected is week after week. And it's the consistency part of it that we want to continue to build on.
All right, let's get a break in here. Got to talk about your mans.
Who you talking about, dog?
At the airport. Man, at the airport.
Got to be more careful.
Some news follows just some guys.
Yeah.
Just stuff follows some guys here. We'll talk about that. Barry Church, Beckman Harrison. I'm Newy Scruggs. This Players Lounge brought to you by Tostitos on DallasCowboys.com radio.
With Smoothie King's original Angel Food and new Angel Food Slim without added sugar, you no longer have to choose between treating yourself and hitting your goals this summer. You don't have to choose between great taste and feeling great. Because at Smoothie King, every blend is made with whole fruits and no syrups, so you can satisfy your cravings without compromise. The only choice you will need to make is which one is best for you. Try our classic Angel Food or the new Angel Food Slim, blended without added sugar. Smoothie King. Rule the day.
Attention Cowboys fans looking for the best shave of your life. There's a new official razor of the Dallas Cowboys, Shave Logic. Imagine not having to buy blades as often and getting more smooth shaves than your old razor, guaranteed or your money back. After more than 10 years of research and over 150 company patents, ShaveLogic is proud to offer Cowboys fans a special offer. For a limited time, visit ShaveLogic.com and get a free $10 gift card with your purchase. Go to ShaveLogic.com now for more smooth shaves guaranteed.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. You hear that? I'm a torrential downpour. Torrential? What's that even mean? It means you can't see out of your windshield. And if you have the wrong car insurance, you might have to make it rain to fix your bumper. So switch to Allstate, save money, and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Based on coverage and limits selected, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. In most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Allstate Bar and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys.
And they snap it to Prescott, who looks right. It's not there. He escapes left. He'll run for a first down.
Just like football, when it comes to crypto, it's important to have a team you can trust. With blockchain.com, I know I'm in good hands. Since 2011, they've been trusted by millions around the world to buy, sell, and trade cryptocurrency.
Prescott's going to run this himself. Run it up the middle, and he scores.
Whether you're new to crypto or an active trader, they've got you covered. What are you waiting for? Get started at blockchain.com.
Back to the Players Lounge.
Dallas Cowboys defensive coordinator Dan Quinn, longtime support of service members, veterans, and their families, demonstrate the salute to service tenets to honor, empower, and connect with those that preserve our freedoms. The Cowboys are proud to nominate Coach Quinn as our 2022 NFL Salute to Service Award Club nominee. Join us in making sure he becomes a finalist for this prestigious award by voting at NFL.com/SaluteFanVote.
Heckma Harrison, thank you very much. Barry Church, former Cowboy safety, joins us right here on the Players Lounge, brought to you by Tostitos. I'm Newey Scruggs. Barry, good luck to your Toledo Rockets, who are in the MAC championship.
See that?
Go ahead.
You see that?
Against Ohio.
Go ahead, Toledo.
Yeah, we just out
They
here.
waiting on you, man.
That's it,
They gonna run out the flag. You gonna run out the flag.
Say, man.
Barry Church, former Toledo.
My dudes, maybe. They
Might
would-
be
they
time to
would
get that
call me.
motivational speech.
Come on, dog.
Detroit, man. What's up, man?
Might cost you a little. Might cost you a lot. But it's gonna cost them if they want me to come up here and talk.
This is your time, man, to go ahead and chat with the youngsters. Okay, all right. Well, good luck to the Rockets.
Good luck, baby.
Good luck to the Rockets. They try to win that MAC.
Bring home that MAC championship.
We got some hostility.
You're quite hostile, man.
They did that.
Still.
They did that, man.
So, but Hall of Famer.
They did
Very
me
true.
justice by that, you know.
So Odell Beckham Jr.
You ain't gonna say nothing about the Big 12 championship? About against your TCU Horned Frogs? Oh, you just go gloss over that,
What's the
huh?
Horned Frog? This the Horned Frog?
Throw your Horned Frog up.
That's it right there.
Maybe throw it. Come on, let's do it.
Was that what you guys? What you
What
guys
y'all? What's
That's
KSA?
Email, baby. That's Wildcat.
Oh, okay.
What you thought this? Hey, come on now,
Email
stop.
versus the
You need to quit. Is what you need to do.
Hey, man. Hey.
Dog. You know what? He's so subtle shady though. It's the subtle shade, man. We're doing, dog.
Sorry, I didn't know.
Hey, yo.
You guys had a thing.
We ain't throwing up no gang signs, bro. Nah, man, go on with that, man. Emo. Yeah, Emo. Yeah.
Okay, like the Chick-fil-A. Isn't that like the Chick-fil-A?
Nah, they
That
had
man
the
said the Chick-fil-A.
Nope, not on us.
Said y'all got the nuggets.
That's spicy nuggets. So, Heckma Harrison's Kansas State Wildcats are going to Jerry World for the Big 12 championship game against TCU. 11 a.m. College game day is going to be there.
It's going to be a great thing, man.
Kansas State is in an absolute no-lose situation. Kansas State goes to the Sugar Bowl no matter what.
Yeah.
If they become the Big 12 champion, they will go to the Sugar Bowl. If they lose, that means TCU will go to the College Football Playoff. So they will go to either Arizona or Atlanta to play. Thus, Kansas State would go to the Sugar Bowl in New Orleans. So these guys, K-State's playing with house money.
Spoiler alert.
You don't lose.
You got to go in there and spoil that thing for them.
You don't lose.
You got to go ahead and make that.
He's trying to make it like, hey, they win either way. You could go ahead and lose it. Go to the Sugar Bowl. Go to New Orleans and have a good time.
They got to give it to TCU, man. They got to.
So here's the flip
side. Down goes Frazier.
Here's the flip side for TCU. If they lose and they don't make the top four, they play in the Cotton Bowl.
Oh.
So you have to go back to Jerry World. And you got to stay in town for your bowl game.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Playoff.
You can stay right here.
Playoff.
You can stay right here.
Like I said, K-State walks in there. They're playing with house money. You're good. You're going to New Orleans no matter what.
You got to spoil that thing.
Yeah,
man. You got to go in
to the Cotton Bowl. To the Cotton Bowl you go.
We'll see.
Get that per diem. Get Cotton Bowl per diem. That Cotton Bowl per diem is definitely different from that playoff per diem.
Oh,
you know that per diem. You
that.
get that per diem. You're like, oh,
and
I like it.
Heckma's other boys.
Who's the other boy?
His other boys, UNT. They are going to face UTSA.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be big Friday. Yeah, man.
Conference USA football championship down in San Antonio. So good luck.
Both your squads out here doing work.
Hey man, and me and Kyle called the Rice UNT game this weekend.
Oh, right.
Man, it was a good game. Yeah, ESPN Plus. Go back and check it out. It's pretty good.
We'll do.
Nice. So all right. Odell Beckham Jr. is beginning his tour.
Odell.
His tour, and it didn't start off well. I was on a flight to leaving Miami and got put off the flight. And
what happened though? Because I'm hearing, what happened? Was the man falling asleep?
He was in Miami, so I'm gonna tell you like this. He went to Club Live Saturday night. Okay. And that's the only explanation you need. I was at Club Live Saturday night and had to get on the first flight.
On Sunday morning.
No sleep.
No sleep.
Yeah. So, yeah.
That bad was it?
That 1942 hit different.
There's reports that he was in and out of consciousness.
Oh.
Reports that he didn't want to
say,
put the seatbelt on. And
Wait a second. He was definitely feeling it. You talking about you ain't want to just buckle up real quick?
Ooh,
That's your man said, don't touch me.
These are the reports. He went on Twitter and said he never seen anything like it, and
he was appalled.
Yes, and then his agent's like it was a misunderstanding, and the flight attendant tried to flex, and so their other customers said that it was an issue, and they weren't happy with it. So, like I said, man, some guys have things that just follow them, and so that's what happened with Odell Beckham Jr. We'll see when
that sucks.
When he comes to when he makes his way to Dallas Fort Worth, but. The
I
Giants.
hope it wasn't just a seatbelt. Like, I hope it wasn't just like, put your seatbelt on. No, I ain't doing it. Like, I hope it was more to it than that.
It's the in and out of consciousness for me. It's okay. Y'all can try to gloss over that if you want to.
Put on what?
It was going back and forth.
I don't care what you say. What? All right.
I don't know. But hopefully,
he was talking and arguing and fell asleep mid-argument. Wake up. Wait, what? Hands off my seat.
Then by that time, they were back to the gate like, nah, man. He not flying with us. He got to go, bro. He fell asleep mid-argument.
Hopefully, Jerry and Steven will be able to get the full story and whatnot.
That's tough.
Happened on the official airline partner of the Dallas Cowboys, and so we'll see. We'll see.
That's a toughie right
We'll see.
Throw some money. Hey, throw some money at that, man. But I think it's some guys. We were talking about Noah Brown being a little upset about all this CD talk. I think it was Mike Gallup.
Mike Gallup?
I think Mike. Yeah,
he was snagging them things though.
Yeah, I think it was MG. I thought it was MG. MG made a statement for himself.
I don't think. Look, man, you just go out and do your job, man. Do your job, and if Odell Beckham Jr. comes, first off, heck, if he gets here, how long do you think it's going to take for him to ramp up? We saw how long it took for Jason Peters.
It's going to take a while.
Okay, so we're looking at here, November 28th. So this is going to be December before the man signs something here.
Yeah. And then what if he gets here?
So January?
And then that's when the games matter most.
But I'm just saying, January.
He's gonna be getting them targets when it matters most. Yeah. MG gonna be over there like, man, what happened, dog?
I think
Noah Brown playing special teams.
I think MG will be. He's moving up.
Yeah.
I'm just starting to wonder more and more. If you bring him here, it's gonna take him a while to ramp up. You got to learn the offense. Got to be where you're supposed to be. Dak having to trust him. We're talking January. All right.
I've been said it ain't worth it.
Okay, so then I look here, January. That's you got December 29th at Tennessee. That's a Thursday. Then you got the next game, which will be either 7th or the 8th against the Commandos.
Yeah. It's gonna.
So that's what you're talking about here. Him taking the field for one, maybe two games.
4 playoffs, yeah.
But to all the people that look at bringing Odell on as a positive, do you think that they've even paid attention to this young tight end group and the job that they're doing? Because to me, that makes up the difference for whatever you was talking about, a third receiver anyway. This young group, man, not only are they blocking, dog, Hendershot and Ferguson are playing ball. And not to mention Dalton Schultz, who is doing his thing as well. It just seems like for everything, like we want, and there's nothing wrong with wanting a great player. And maybe if this was 3 years ago, we'd be spot on. But a guy coming off an ACL injury, plus the fact your young receiving group is doing exactly what you wanted them to do. We haven't said anything about CeeDee Lamb and the way that he's been playing. And nobody's been harder on CeeDee Lamb than that man right there. And
These are all facts. These are all facts.
But the last 2 weeks, he's shown you he's willing to stick his nose in there, make those catches. I mean, the guy basically balled out versus the Giants. And as far as the way that the numbers comparison with the rest of the league, he's right up there.
And you can tell when the man's growing out there. I'll give him that. The man's growing. Because before, when things weren't going his way, we all know what happened. We all saw the language out there.
How you doing?
Guys. But we all saw that. And then now he's becoming more of a leader.
Yes.
You see, even on those interceptions, he keeps the body language up. He's, all right, we got it. We're going to come back and get it.
Right.
And he comes back and he balls out. So I got to give a man credit where credit is due. He's been playing great ball so far. He's become that number one that we thought, he could be early on in the season. He's formed into that shape. And I think he's bringing along those younger receivers as well. So got to give him credit. Guys.
It's
set. Just push something over.
Jerry Jones after the game said he'd spoken to Odell and admitted that the contract's an issue. as much as we joked at the top of the show about Russell Wilson, they gave him a lot of money in Denver.
Buku ducats.
So if you give Odell Beckham Jr. a multi-year contract, you haven't seen the knee.
We just talked about
you
saving
don't,
money.
You know,
that was exactly where I was going.
You don't know how he's going to fit in your offense, and
what about in your locker room?
That's
anybody worried about that?
You know what? You know, if you sign him for 1 year right now, then that's fine. It's a couple games. But when you talk about a multi-year commitment, depending on the numbers, and look, if there's going to be a fire sale in Los Angeles. Rams can't keep all them dudes. They got to tear that thing down. Allen Robinson,
he's out of there.
Allen Robinson not gonna got any play yesterday.
I can see
man.
Ramsey getting dealt. I can see that happening too.
So right. I mean, they have got to dismantle this thing down there. So I mean, there could, and we've seen what we saw with AJ Brown. We just saw it with Tyreek Hill. There are going to be some really good receivers available, and if CeeDee Lamb continues to go up, projected the way he is, he's going to cost you money as well. So I do have a big concern about what it'll take to acquire Odell Beckham Jr. from a financial standpoint. And I just keep that whole Russell Wilson thing in my mind. You thought you were getting one thing? Well, what happens when you get stuck with a contract and the player is not who you think he's going to be? Man, that hurts your cap, bro.
Well, I tell you what. Our tight ends are playing whack-a-mole in the Salvation Army Bowl right now. And they balling. And I don't care what nobody say. You can talk about Odell Beckham all you want to. This offense is balling. It looks like they finally got things back on track. Kellen Moore gets criticized week in and week out, and it's quiet on the Kellen Moore front. I'm just saying,
I saw Kellen in the bathroom after the game.
What you say? Did you tell him about time consistency and proof? Did you break it down?
It was Joe Trahan and Chad Late Night. We were there, and Kellen was there with his son, and I didn't say nothing. I just let the man was there with his family in a good mood.
Man.
There was no need to just see, let that man be. Let that man be. But Kellen Moore is once again we talked about. Time, proof, and consistent. He is showing us something, and which is run the ball. And I don't think that the criticisms are unfair. There's unfair criticism, and then there's a legitimate thing. Mm-hmm. They weren't running the football enough. Tony Pollard needed more carries. They needed to reduce the number of times Dak Prescott was throwing versus the run. Mike McCarthy even talked about it all offseason. We want to be a balanced offense. So Kellen Moore doing these things is basically proving a whole lot of folks on this show correct.
Yeah.
Now, people have been saying, man, run the ball.
He's
run the ball more, and he's done it. What have we seen?
Success.
W's.
Okay, you've seen W. And can it work? I mean, you start looking around the league. Niners running the ball. I mean, it's a whole bunch of folks running the ball. Last night, Philly ran the ball. I mean, is it a bad thing to run the ball? No, it's not. It's not.
Can we start to say there's been a re-evolution of the running back position in college, high school? Look all around. No one's trying to get those 5 receivers out anymore and run the ball because now defensive linemen are not made to attack the line of scrimmage anymore. Linebackers don't come downhill anymore. They're all out in flat and deep third.
Yeah.
Heck, man, you bring up a really good point. And I look at Kansas City and I look at Buffalo. And I just say, here are 2 teams here that come playoff time. They may be in trouble if you find somebody who can run the ball.
That route, yeah.
Do you know a guy? Do you know a guy? I think he lives in Tennessee. Just saying.
Yeah. By the way, Cowboys get Tennessee this year, so there's more run games coming their way, so it's a lot there.
Big man.
Let's get another break in here with
Bunyan.
Heckma Harrison, Barry Church. I'm Newey Scruggs Players Lounge, brought to you by Tostitos on DallasCowboys.com radio.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. You hear that? I'm a torrential downpour. Torrential? What's that even mean? It means you can't see out of your windshield. And if you have the wrong car insurance, you might have to make it rain to fix your bumper. So switch to Allstate, save money, and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Based on coverage and limits selected, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. In most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Allstate Bar and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys.
And they snap it to Prescott, who looks right. It's not there. He escapes left. He'll run for a first down.
Just like football, when it comes to crypto, it's important to have a team you can trust. With blockchain.com, I know I'm in good hands. Since 2011, they've been trusted by millions around the world to buy, sell, and trade cryptocurrency.
Prescott's going to run this himself. Run it up the middle, and he scores.
Whether you're new to crypto or an active trader, they've got you covered. What are you waiting for? Get started at blockchain.com.
Want to use what the pros use? How about the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black? Right now, you can get the Jack Black Starter, a curated collection of Cowboys locker room favorites for just $10 with free shipping. The starter includes 4 Jack Black skincare favorites, plus a full-sized intense therapy lip balm. Go to getjackblack.com/Cowboys and use the code word TEAMJB. That's getjackblack.com/Cowboys. The Jack Black Starter, $10, free shipping.
With Smoothie King's original Angel Food and new Angel Food Slim without added sugar, you no longer have to choose between treating yourself and hitting your goals this summer. You don't have to choose between great taste and feeling great. Because at Smoothie King, every blend is made with whole fruits and no syrups, so you can satisfy your cravings without compromise. The only choice you will need to make is which one is best for you. Try our classic Angel Food or the new Angel Food Slim, blended without added sugar. Smoothie King, rule the day.
Back to the Players Lounge.
We still got some time to make it to our concert, bro. Live music fans, head to the Star in Frisco on Tuesday, November 29th for a brand new monthly concert series, Sounds of the Star, featuring the inimitable country rock band Western Rewind. The concert kicks off at 7 p.m. and is free and open to the public. For more information, visit thestarinfrisco.com.
What day is that again?
That's tomorrow.
Yeah, man. I got to work.
Come on, man. Me and you, man.
That's y'all spot right there.
You know, I'm working.
Inimitable.
I know I got to work.
Western Rewind.
The beauty of that and your iPhone is you can go take video and pictures and bring it back and report on the show tomorrow and let us know.
That ain't how it's going to go, Nui, but all right.
Okay. Western Rewind. Good luck, guys. Players Lounge. Brought to you by Tostitos. For Harrison, former Cowboy safety Barry Church. Man. I'm Nui Scruggs, merely Nui Scruggs here. Ezekiel Elliott.
Talk about it.
Got smacked on 4th and 1.
Ezekiel Elliott is showing Mike McCarthy to be a smart man about how they want to run this football team. And I understand people from the outside, look at Tony Pollard. This is what they want to do. They know what they're doing. They've got a plan. They've had a plan. They're executing their plan. And I just don't see any need for them to do anything different. So for the people that are calling for more of this and more of that, just let them do what they're doing.
You got to let it ride, man.
Let the Cowboys do what they're doing.
You got to let it ride. Look at, Skip Pete. This is in Skip Pete's wheelhouse since he's been a coach. I mean, you look at it. He did it with, Barber. Or was it Barber and
Barber and Felix Jones.
Barber and Felix Jones.
They did it with Barber, and they did it with Julius Jones.
You go all the way back to Oakland.
Charlie
Tyrone Wheatley.
And Tyrone Wheatley. I mean, doing that is, last night you saw it with Philadelphia. Detroit is doing it up there with DeAndre Swift and Williams. I mean, you're seeing multiple. There's not an Adrian Peterson in this league anymore. Outside of a Derrick Henry. Okay,
that's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Other than that, you need 2 guys. I mean, Samaje Perine has come off the bench here for Joe Mixon in Cincinnati and playing well right now. So when Joe comes back here, they're going to use 2 running backs. It's just the way, in my mind right now, it's the way this league is. Yeah. You're talking about 17 football games. It's hard. Having 2 guys is not a problem. Even in Washington, they're using several guys here. And the Cowboys have 2 really good ones.
Yeah.
So for fans, especially some of the media out there that want this or that, man, I say this, I can trust them. At this point in time, proof, and consistency. We've seen this tandem doing what Kellen Moore is doing right now. This works. There's no need to change it.
And also, Ezekiel Elliott having a pep in his step. 16 carries, 92 yards. And you saw, even before the knee incident, the injury, that he was a quicker and more powerful, looked like he slimmed down, but he's been so humble about Tony Pollard's success. Sometimes I think that's the worst thing, when you can be in a situation where one guy is out outplaying you, and maybe guys are calling for him to get more carries. He's handled this with grace. I love to see that, man.
Yeah, without a doubt, man. And to me, it's the change of pace. You know, as a defender, when you go get, it ain't like these guys are similar style. It ain't like they're both bruisers or anything like that. So it's that change of pace. When you go in there, you got to get your mind right to hit Ezekiel Elliott. Like, that guy is a load to tackle and bring down. And then when you think, all right, he's not in the game, I can take a little bit of break. You got Tony Pollard that comes in here and hits the hole like a flash of lightning. So to me, I mean, that change of pace, it throws off defenders on each level. Linemen, linebackers, secondary. It throws them off because the tackling style for these two guys are so different that you got to bring a different mindset when each and every one of them are in the game. And it doesn't let defenses get settled on one. And it's tough. And Kellen Moore's doing a hell of a job making sure that he gets the most out of both of those backs.
Defense getting all choked up like heck over there, trying to figure out what we going to do. What we going to do?
He's in the game now. Man, it's tough.
Once again, Rob Parker, Fox Sports, calls me on Thanksgiving, Fox Sports Radio, and he's, man, no, are you ready to say that Pollard needs more carries? I said, you know what? They can give Pollard more carries, it's not a problem. I said, but what they're doing works.
Yeah.
What they're doing works. And once again, here come the Colts. Okay? Here come the Colts. Sunday night, NBC, another opportunity to come out here and build on what you're doing. Just build on what you're doing, play solid defense, run the football, use the clock, put Dak in a favorable position, take advantage of matchups like you saw what they had with the tight ends. Who knows what Kellen Moore is going to figure out about this Colts defense, and he says, okay, let's attack them this way. They're playing good ball right now. You're in a good spot, and you're building up towards, a pretty significant Christmas Eve football game. But in order to make Christmas Eve matter, you need to make the next game count. And you got to go beat Indy. Then you got to go down and beat Houston. You got to go to Jacksonville and beat them. And then you get the Eagles. So you've got to do your part. The Eagles are doing theirs right now. So just do your part, and let's see where it goes.
What'd you think about that, your other boys last night?
It looked good to me.
TCU look good.
Come on now.
What?
Don't be like that.
You look good. You saw me on the field.
The Siriannis.
What you think about Philly's win?
I think Philadelphia went out there and did what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
I mean, if anything, if you're a Cowboy, watching that game for me was frustrating because you just say, "All right, Cowboys, this is what you should have whooped these boys up." You should have went out there and did it. But clearly, Philly's got some issues. Green Bay was able to move on him. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, man, got a doggone broke hand. Gloves messed up. Backup came off the bench. Sure. I mean, so Philadelphia is beatable.
Oh, without a doubt.
It's beatable. Green Bay, I just look at the Cowboys, man, that's a game you should have got. You should have got that game. Yeah. And maybe that's the game you needed to help you get where you need to go. But Philadelphia's, I mean, just like at a point in time we looked at Buffalo and just said, hey, that's the number one seed. Philadelphia, people going to look as the number one seed right now. We know once you get in the playoffs, man, it means nothing. Tennessee was the number one seed last year, ended up getting beat. Yeah. Here's Kansas City at home against Cincinnati. I'm glad I don't bet because I'd have put a whole lot of money on Mahomes and the Chiefs to win that game. They lost and didn't go to the Super Bowl. So let's see where it ends up. I'll say this. In Philadelphia, the way they're acting right now, they trying to crown them. Good luck going to the playoffs. Cowboy fans understand what it's like to go in here to be the number one seed, have everybody, you're rolling, you're this, you're that. Good luck.
Unfortunately, I do.
So Sirianni and company, they're doing their job.
It's all about matchups, man. Do y'all think the Cowboys match up well against Philadelphia? Because that's what it comes down to at the end. When number one seed don't matter. Come up to matchups.
When you got them, you did it with Cooper Rush, and Philadelphia had a really good game plan for Micah Parsons. So that's what you did. You unveiled.
That's the matchup.
Can you do it again?
CeeDee Lamb has to beat a man-to-man matchup. They cannot play him one-on-one in that game in the repeat.
No, you can't do it.
Even
with big play
Can't
Slay?
do it. Even with big play Slay. Can't have that. You can't have that. Especially if you're trying to get the type of contract that he wants to get. And he gets an opportunity. Let's not act like the Colts don't have guys like Ndakwe and DeForest Buckner. They have some guys on their team.
Gilmore.
They got some guys on their team. I'm not looking over them at all. But when I look at your guys, Christmas Eve, I won't taste the cake.
How did they become my guys?
Those are your guys. I want my guys. Hold on. Those
your boys.
No, they're your boys. No, hold on. Wait a minute.
You went out there.
Hold on now.
Shooting off the mouth.
No.
And you had that got embarrassed. That ain't my boys. No,
them your boys.
Take your L.
No. I got my L. I took my L and I had to eat the cake.
You can't transfer. You're trying to transfer.
So what I want is to run that back though.
It's you.
I want to run that takes the cake back. I just want to know.
But you can want things all you want to in life.
I'm asking.
I want a Rolls Royce.
Can he get the?
I'm coming to you like I'm coming to you. What you mean?
Can he get the run back?
Can you run that tasty cake back? Nui? I mean, how many more sleeps till Christmas Eve is what I need to know. Because I need to get that back. At first, it was like, oh, we're not going to do it. And then all of a sudden, y'all bummers came out with it. I like how y'all did it. But I need that back, though.
He said he want that rematch, man.
I
got to see who's injured and who's not by that time.
No.
It's too early right now. It's too early right now, man.
No, man.
I'm going to quote Apollo Creed in Rocky 1.
What's that?
You too young to remember what he said?
Yep.
But you go look it up, what he said after the fight. Look at what he said after the fight. What did he say to Rocky after the fight?
What?
Look it up. Look it up.
Right, man,
there's
just
your
tell
answer.
us.
There's your answer.
What you got?
Go look it
up. It's a suspense.
Go look it up.
Come on, man. You going to eat the tasty cake or not? Put a tasty
look
cake on it. Are you going to put a tasty cake on it or not?
You got your computer. Go ahead, look it up.
I'm not looking.
Rocky.
Are you going to put a tasty cake on it?
It's 2:45, gentlemen. It's time for us to exit the show.
We
got to get ready.
Wow, look at that. Come on with that tasty cake.
Get mashed, baby.
For Heckma Harrison. Barry Church.
You see that, America?
Scruggs. This has been the Players Lounge, brought to you by Tostitos, right here on DallasCowboys.com radio.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!